Welcome to E3 Rehab. I'm Dr. Tony Camella, physical therapist, and today I'm going to tell you about my experience with running 30 straight 5Ks. Before I start, you should first know that I am not a runner. In fact, I don't really enjoy running. I wouldn't use the word hate, but dislike is probably more appropriate. So it is not an activity that I do often. In the past 9 months, I have run maybe 5 miles total. Maybe. Over the course of 30 days, I accumulated a bit over 93. For anyone, that is a big jump in mileage, and arguably not the most appropriate increase in running volume. If I'm being honest, I wasn't very confident that I would complete this challenge. Like I said, running is not an activity I enjoy, so I expected that this would be a huge struggle for me mentally. Physically, I felt like I could do it, but if this was years ago, maybe not. You see, like most people, I have a handful of asymmetries or abnormalities, such as bunions, a leg length discrepancy, and scoliosis, which I was made to believe would lead to pain or issues if I did certain activities, running being one of them. But the more I learned through research and experience, the less concerned I became with these imbalances over time. So, despite my dislike for running, every day for 30 days, I decided to run a 5K. On day one, I ended up running a bit further and faster than anticipated. By no means did I set any world records, but I was able to knock out 3.5 miles in about 26 minutes. But since I don't run regularly, and this was a new stimulus for me, my legs were quite sore over the next few days. Day two, admittedly a little bit more sore from day one than I'd like to have been, but after yesterday, my calves were incredibly sore. They just feel so tight right now. Since day one, my calves, my gastroc, my soleus have been sore as shit. That has not changed. Every day I hope it's gonna be a little better, but it does not get any better. In addition to the muscle soreness, I also encountered an unexpected heat wave, which added another layer of difficulty to my runs. All right, day 5, 5K done. Wasn't too stoked to do this one, but got it done.
It's 100 degrees.
Toasty 5K. I also learned that I prefer to run on flat ground, but unfortunately, where I lived made that hard to do. All right, day 6. A little bit more hilly than usual, a little warmer than usual. Felt like I was moving like molasses, but technically I did it, so that's all that matters. By no means was I accumulating significant elevation gain, but I can confidently say, probably like a lot of people, I am not a fan of running up hills. I just ran up this hill behind me. That was hard. Might not look that steep, but it's steep. Oh God, okay, back to it. The combination of heat, hills, continued muscle soreness, and not to mention my almost non-existent prior history of running, made the first 9 days both tough physically and mentally. Around day 9, the air quality in the Bay Area was reaching a level which made outdoor exercise unsafe. So for 4 out of the next 6 days, I completed my runs indoors on a treadmill. Despite some of these unexpected hurdles, by the halfway point, I was feeling great. You know, considering the circumstances, considering I haven't run that much prior to this, considering that mentally I don't love to run, this has been actually a really good experience so far. I've enjoyed it more than I thought. Physically, I've held up well. Mentally, I'm holding up well. Again, more days than not, I've been feeling pretty good. The second half continued to go better than I expected. Overall, I was feeling more energized, happier, and my body was finally getting into a rhythm with the running. I had very few days which I found to be physically or mentally challenging, which was a huge surprise to me. The weather also held up. Not too hot, good air quality, and this allowed me to run outside most days. I also figured out the best spots to run, which involved relatively flat trails or roads and minimized hills if possible. But by the end, I was excited to be done. All right, here we are, day 30, ready to knock this one out. There's not a chance I'm not gonna be pumped up for this because it's the last day. 30 days, done, complete, finished. So 30 days, something I didn't think I was gonna be able to do, but I did. Now it's time to not run probably for the rest of the year. At the end of 30 days, I'd completed 35 Ks, which took me anywhere from 22 to 33 minutes to complete, with my average being about 25 minutes and my best split being just over 7 minutes a mile. My goal with this challenge was not to run faster, it wasn't to lose weight or anything like that. If those were the goals, this would not be how I go about doing it. And it was also not to reap any particular health benefit, although I'm sure my cardiovascular system appreciated the increase in aerobic workouts. Rather, I chose this challenge for two primary reasons. First, it was because I knew running would be mentally hard for me, and I thought if I could grind out 30 days of this, then a lot of other things I encounter might not seem so hard. And second, I was once made to believe that the various asymmetries I have would lead to pain or impede my ability to do certain activities. And so part of me wanted to continue to prove to both myself and to others that despite the presence of some anatomical variances, you can still function at a high level. Now, this does not mean you should go out and run 30 straight 5Ks, but I do hope videos like this and others on our channel help to empower you. They are meant to show you that despite what you might have been told, the human body is not fragile. Rather, it is strong, resilient, and highly adaptable. If you have watched this video all the way up to this point, I just want to say I appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure you turn on notifications, as all these things really help us out. If there's any other content or even 30-day challenges you want us to do, just drop them below in the comments. We'll see you guys next time.